Meghan Trainor said, hi, Meghan Trainor. Oh, she took a big old sip of something.
Hi.
What are you drinking? What's that?
Hot tea.
I love me some hot tea.
Look at me. I'm so fancy.
Do you do honey or do you do sugar in the tea?
Honey.
What do you do? Okay, here's a question.
I don't know. My husband made this. I have no idea what I'm drinking.
He's the best, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Daryl. I love that guy. All right, hey, we're talking off air, and I should have recorded it. You wrote a song with Harry Styles.
Yes, back in the day.
Where's this song at?
This song is now released with Michael Bublé featuring me on it. It's called Someday Maybe. And the original version that we wrote, I went in so nervous. Harry wanted to write with me because he heard all about that bass. And I pre-wrote this ukulele song, Someday Maybe, just like a chorus. And I performed it for him, and I almost pooped my pants. And he was like, I love it. And I was like, oh, my God. And I was like, it should be a duet. We should both put our vocals on this. And somehow he said yes. So there lives a version of just me and Harry and a ukulele singing Someday Maybe that only my mom gets. So
that version, it never hit, it never made, it's hidden. Your mom has it, and that's it.
Yes.
And Michael Bublé did the version that got released. Why don't you, have you considered letting this, this song out somewhere, or can you, or how does that work?
I don't know. There's so many songs like that are just sitting on the shelves. And if you can imagine that, imagine how many extra songs Ed Sheeran has with superstars,
You must have a ton. I mean, you must have a ton.
I got a few.
You write all the time, just constantly?
No, I used to because that was my main job. But now as a pop star, I'm in radio station. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing interviews. You're
so fancy.
I'm so fancy. I just who's the time? But yeah, I wish I was Dolly Parton writing a song a day.
Dude, do you you say pop star. Being a pop star, I've heard all the negative stuff from it. I talked to a ton of artists, obviously, and there's the privacy, which is it's a bit much at times, but there's a lot of pluses to being a pop star.
There's more pros, yeah.
Hey, give me some pluses.
Pluses. I got to have literally the Kardashian seat at the Forum last night at Harry Styles' concert. We were the most famous. We were in the best seats in the house. And I couldn't have got that if I wasn't a pop star, So
check
moments
like
that. Check
Bam.
pop star, best seats in the house. Harry Styles did see me, and he did blow me a kiss.
Of course,
so
why would he not?
This is my birthday.
And you wrote a song with Harry Styles,
Yeah. So
did you talk to Harry at all last night or no?
There may have been text exchange.
Maybe something like that. Just name dropping, whatever. Meghan, before I get to the album, congrats on a couple of things. Congrats on I think Australian Idol next year.
Yes, I'm a judge.
Dude,
could you imagine?
Yeah, I can't imagine that. Are you gonna do you know what kind of judge you're gonna be? Are you gonna be
I'm a softie. I'm just oh, I'm so sorry, bestie. I love you so much, but it's a no for me.
One of those things, huh?
Yeah.
Is it tough to be kind of
It's so tough. It's especially tough when they don't know that they can't sing. We have to break it to them. Harry Connick Jr. is always the dad that goes, yeah, so listen, I'm going to be honest with you. Music is not for you,
Oh, wow.
And then I'll go, yeah, I agree with Harry, all shy and stuff. But it's tough when they're up here. Someone has told them they're amazing, and it's tough to be it's not the case.
Not the thing, huh?
Yeah.
Can people learn how to sing, or is it just do you have to have a certain amount?
I guess. I wasn't a great singer when I was young, I wasn't awesome. My parents were cute hobby. And then, something switched between a few years. When I was 16, they were oh, okay, she can, record herself and sound really good. And then I think I just got my best, recently. It's just something you practice and get better. I noticed this album, Taking It Back, my whole team and my family said, girl, you're singing. And I was
Dude, you are.
Singing.
Seriously. So, it's a muscle you worked it out over years.
It's a muscle, yeah. It's a trick. It's a talent that you just work on and get better at.
All right, we'll get to the album in a couple of seconds. Another congratulations on, you signed a deal with NBC Universal.
I signed a deal with NBC. Congratulations. And I got to be on a bunch of TV shows.
So you're going to do a comedy series or no?
That's my dream. That's my bucket list. We wrote a script. We just haven't got greenlit yet.
These meetings take forever.
God, you ever wrote a TV show?
I've been involved in pitches.
Really?
And you walk in the room, you feel great, you leave, and hey, we're going to do this and that. And I've even had, what do you call holding deals to keep me.
Oh, yeah.
And then you get the holding deal, and then nothing happens.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
It's the worst. It's a weird world. And you change your entire script for them, and then they're like, just kidding. And you're
Dude.
oh, wait, what?
Dude, I had a thing over COVID with what do you call it? I think Travel Channel. They wanted to do a ghost hunting show with me. So I'm all right. I had a team together.
It should be me and you.
We should do it.
Okay, I'm ready.
I brought the team in. They approved all my team members, By the end of COVID, they're like, nah, we don't want to do it. I'm like, fucking hell. I was like, dude, stop this. It's crazy.
Teasing me.
I hate him. Oh my God. Meghan, Taking It Back. Talk about this album. Give me everything. Why the title? I know there's a song called Taking It Back, obviously.
Yes, but I had the title first because all my albums start with T for Trainor, representing my family. And I noticed on TikTok, Tidal, my song was blowing up, and that's like 7 years old, and it's the doo-wop stuff. And I also noticed a songwriter friend of mine, she came in and was like, all these artists are coming in saying, I want to do the Meghan Trainor sound. And I was like, you mean the doo-wop? Like, what are you talking about? And so that day I wrote Don't I Make It Look Easy, which is like a fun doo-wop upbeat track about but in the modern days of like social media.
Right.
And I just knew, hearing that, I was like, oh, this is an Apple commercial song. Like, this is, the whole album has to be like this. And so, yeah, TikTok and the fans really shaped this album, and we're taking it back to that doo-wop.
How did that become your sound?
I guess with All About That Bass and Dear Future Husband, that's what people still picture me like that. But then it's funny because they'll be like, but I love Me Too, and no. And I'm like, well, that's just straight up pop, So
Right.
It's hard as a songwriter. At first, I would write every genre. I wasn't a doo-wop person. I just got really successful with my doo-wop songs. So now I'm just like, oh, is that my lane? Because I can do it all, but I'll do that for y'all if you want.
Did you have a love for that genre as a kid?
Yeah. My father played a lot of that for me. So it's natural. It's like the easiest genre for me, I think.
Sometimes, you know what? When you find your thing,
yeah, that's my thing.
do your thing, I guess, right? Why fight it?
Pharrell once told me, he's like, never change what you're doing. And then I changed everything. And he was like, and I was like, I should have listened to Pharrell.
Pharrell knows something. He's been around forever doing his thing. When you put together an album, Meghan, I'm guessing, let me guess with you. Don't tell me the number yet.
Okay.
But you probably wrote and recorded 60 songs. No. 50.
No.
80.
No.
But more or less.
Less.
13.
I recorded 17 songs.
Really?
And 15 made it.
God, I feel bad for the other 2 now. What was wrong with the other 2?
Remind me. So I recorded like 18 songs, you think? Yeah. Every song I wrote on this album, I wrote the chorus first, and then the co-writers would come in, and I did my homework, and I was like, I would audition the song to them and say, do you guys want to write this today? And they always said yes, and I didn't know if it was because I'm the right artist, and they were like, we just want to get on your album. But right. I think I did good homework, and I think I just got A+, and that's why they wanted to write them. And every song turned out great, and that was the album. And honestly, like, we weren't even ready. When we played 5 songs for Sylvia Rohn at Epic Records, the album wasn't done. And she goes, and usually she says, go back and keep writing, keep trying. This time she said, you did it. You've done it.
Wow.
We need it done by this date. And we were like, gulp.
Good.
Sure. And I was like, get it done, Then we were racing.
And the studio's in your house?
Yeah, it's in my basement, which is very convenient.
And do you write with some with your brother and family?
Yeah, my older brother Ryan, Ryan, and my younger brother Justin. He's so sweet. My younger brother, like when I got my production stuff when I was younger, like Logic and GarageBand, my younger brother would sneak in and just like play with my stuff and would make beats. And it was I was like, wait, you're actually good. Like, stop. And recently he was like, I'll never produce pop music. And I was like, all right, fine.
Because it's too cool?
Too cool. He wanted to do SoundCloud music that was like 5 minutes long. I was like, right, but you won't have a career with this. You know what I mean? And then I convinced him slowly to like help me with my pop songs. Like, he did the Christmas album. He did a few on there. And now he's like, okay, I'll produce this with you. And he like really loves my music, and because he's a part of it now.
Why do when you say your brother's name, Ryan, I always picture Wango Tango. He had busted his foot.
Yes, he did.
He was hobbling around some scooter. That's the picture in my head.
Memory. My brother Ryan's been like taking pictures and filming my whole life for my entire career. So everywhere I go, they're like, where's Ryan? But yeah, even crippled, he showed up. He did the job.
He was scooting around backstage. It was nuts.
You know how he broke his toe?
I never know. I never knew.
He broke his pinky toe. He's such a loser because he was dancing too hard.
At Wango Tango?
Literally, no. Dude. But it was, what was it, a wedding or a party? Memorial Day weekend.
Oh, man.
Drunk. Sober now for a year and a half.
Oh, my.
Good for him.
Yeah. There we go. Made You Look. Let's do this track, Meghan. Give me an intro. What do people need to know?
Oh, my God. I want to say thank you to it's like an award. I'd like to thank my mom.
We present you this trophy.
Yeah. I want to say thank you. That's what it feels like when you play our songs on the radio,
Aww.
man. I want to say thank you to TikTok for blowing this song up. Made You Look. I'm nothing without TikTok. I love you guys so much. And to all the fans and the radio stations that keep playing my songs, I worship you. I'm not worthy. Thank you. We're about to listen to the new banger, Made You Look. Dance about it. Ready, set, go. That was terrible.
That was the worst intro ever.
Hit it.
That's so funny. Couple of things, Megan. I've known you for a while, obviously, but a couple of things I did not know. I don't think I knew this. I was going through your IG. You're obsessed with T-Pain.
I'm obsessed with T-Pain.
I love him.
If everyone's
But
like,
why? What's the T-Pain? What does it?
I love his music. You know how like music makes memories last forever. So like in end of middle school, high school, I would listen to T-Pain all the time, and some of my best memories are listening to Buy You a Drink. And but I also love his talent. I think it's so cool that he can rhyme like Wisconsin with mansion somehow.
Put you in a mansion.
Put you in a mansion all the way in Wisconsin.
Genius.
Like what? I call it slant rhymes, and I do that sometimes because T-Pain taught me. And the way he has, if you listen to his songs, his backgrounds are so many backgrounds, but they're also hooks. Like they're like you want to sing the background part, And
Whoa, okay.
That's what I do with my music now because of T-Pain.
Now I'm picturing he do what's the show Masked Singer?
Masked Singer, yeah.
And he sang without the auto-tune.
Yeah, he's amazing.
And kind of blew people away.
Yeah, he's the best.
That's nuts.
Yeah, his little tiny desk too. He had no auto-tune and he killed it.
Dude, all right,
so cute.
Respect to T-Pain for sure. Oh, and another thing you're obsessed with, I think you told me this a while back. You had Dr. Phil finally on your podcast.
Daddy
was that
Phil.
Was that crazy or what?
Yes, because he's my hero and I love him. And I literally, when I get my massages, when I lay down for a massage, I play Dr. Phil on the TV.
Stop it! You do?
I swear, there's pictures of it. Yeah.
So like
nothing calms me down more. I fall asleep to Dateline. I think it's like a nice escape. If I want to shut my world off for a minute, I can go escape into the fun characters on Dr. Phil.
Okay, well, two more things. This is an old story, but one of these days I want to come to your house and I'm inviting myself to your house.
Great,
so
it's
I'll be
beautiful. I got a new house. You'll love it.
I these stories of the side by side toilets. I find that fascinating.
That's real.
Now, if I
you should do it.
But if I showed up at your house, would Daryl come sit next to me? Is that kind of like
you could if you went in our bedroom? It's all the way upstairs.
Oh, it's in the bedroom.
Yeah. It's not in the.
Oh, I thought it was downstairs.
No, it's not like the public one that all the guests get. No. The guests have actually plaques of other songs I wrote for people. So it's like Sledgehammer, Fifth Harmony, and but upstairs in our private bathroom, which you may use.
I can't. Okay, fair enough.
Is our two toilets next to each other?
Now, are they identical toilets, or is one a bidet?
One is a super fancy what's it called? I don't know. Where it sings to you and it warms your seat.
Ooh.
Yeah, one's one of those. I bought it for his birthday one year, but it's basically my toilet now. I'm
of course, why wouldn't it be?
And then the other one's a nice Toto. That's a cold seat, and I'm you sit there.
Okay, you know what, Megan? This is the most odd request, but I want to use your toilet.
You
someday.
Should use my toilet.
I have to use this
Use
toilet.
the fancy one.
Of course. Why would I want to use the other one? Of course, I want to use it. All right, and final question. This is something I'm obsessed with. You went ghost hunting the other day.
I did.
Where'd you go?
I didn't know you were so obsessed with this. We should do this.
I have a podcast called Paranormal-ish.
Oh, duh. I did know this. My mom told me about this.
Dude, do you have a good ghost encounter story?
No, honestly. I got ripped off. I don't know.
Where'd you go and what happened?
I went to the spookiest, most haunted mansion that these guys have ever been to. And last time they went, they got physically ill and they blacked out. And I was like, great, let's hit it. I'm up for the challenge. I want to be tickled. I want to be scratched. I want to be thrown. And I got nothing.
Nothing.
I got little cat balls that went off. You know what I mean?
Huh.
They light up. They're from Amazon.
Oh, right,
which was cool. Very cool. But I also the only thing I did get, at the end of the night, it's 3 a.m, I'm losing it. They were like, well, there's one crazy thing that not a lot of people do. They challenge the ghost. You shouldn't do it. And I was like, I challenge you. And my brother was like, please stop this. And we had a recording machine and we played it back. And after I said, I challenge you, it laughed. And then it said, you're going to die.
Shut up.
And
really?
I was like, wait, what? Yeah. I was like,
come again?
I don't want to die. I just wanted to play it, So,
and where was this house at?
It
somewhere
was
in
a
LA?
big mansion, correctional place for young boys and teens back in the day, where all these kids went. Or if they were abandoned, they had to go there. So it was a tough place to live. And young teen boys. And it was in Sacramento. We flew for this.
So you flew up there and you think you would have got
I
more.
took Hillary Duff's husband.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Oh my,
Matthew, yeah.
Oh my God. Did he get scratched?
Want to see a ghost? He saw nothing with me too, but it was the most entertaining night of our whole lives.
Oh my God.
And we walked in the mansion and they go, by the way, there's 400,000 bats here. I go, what? Where?
Dude. All right, we have to do this, Megan. One of these days, one of these nights. Not.
Can it be local so I can go to my own bed after?
Yeah, totally local. There's plenty of
you're pulling it all nighter. It's so hard.
Why do you have to fly to Sacramento to go to a haunted place?
I did.
It's LA. We got plenty
of LA. There's plenty of them.
What else do people need to know, Megan, before you take off?
I got an amazing podcast with my older brother, Ryan, called Working on It, where we get really raw and vulnerable and open. So go check it out. We're just working on being better people all around, but we have a fun time and open. What do you mean? Yes, we talk about a lot of stuff. He's sober now. I'm a new mama. Yeah, what else am I doing? I'm going to write a book eventually about pregnancy. They don't want me to tease it yet, but I'm going to tease it. Yeah, so
what's your angle on this book? Like, what's your
exactly everything I went through. Like, I don't want my grandpa to read it, but I want anyone who wants a baby or who's like a partner with someone who's going to be pregnant. Like, here's some tips, here's some tips and tricks, and here's my experience with a C-section and everything that happened to us.
Okay, the way I describe this is, Dina, of course, did all the heavy lifting, my wife Dina, but I described that whole birthing process. It was a horror movie with a happy ending.
I had a C-section, man. We could smell my flesh burning.
Jesus.
sorry.
My God.
Sorry.
Call the book TMI.
Mm-hmm.
God, Megan, it's so good to see you.
I love you.
I love you. And I'm coming to your house and using your toilet.
I need you to bring your daughter to my house. She's going to love it.
Done. Bring her over. All good.
That sounded weird.
It's all good. I get you. I feel it.
Thank you.
Megan, at the end of every interview, fist bump to make it official. Give me a little bam. You hit me with your giant diamond.
Sorry.
Ow.
It's plastic.